Ando,
Mm-hmm.
special skill time. This is a rare one. This is a personal request or, didn't come through the contact form at hamishandandy.com, which is where we do recommend people go to log their special skills.
Yes.
For reasons that will become clear, it came late at night.
Wow.
After a few red wines had been drunk. As
on
admitted.
The 1-900 number that Hamish has at
on my OnlyFans. So it was an OnlyFans DM, and you can pay a little extra to video chat me, and that's what happened here. It'll make sense why a few red wines were drunk because Melbourne Demons AFL player Angus Brayshaw, midfielder, winger, deluxe winger. Premiership player. Also a member of the
Football League.
Australian Football League, the big one. He went to the big dance and he took home the chocolates. Yeah. He also runs the very popular Gus and Gorney podcast. Right. So podcasting brethren, really.
Yeah.
He texted me and he said, listen, I know this is probably not
popular. No, I hadn't heard of you. Heard of it, Jacko?
I have heard of it, but I haven't listened to it.
Well, that's okay. I've heard of a Ferrari, but I've not driven one. So quite a popular brand. He texted and said, look, I know this is probably not the way it's done, and I'm not doing this in the right channels, but I have an amazing special skill.
Ooh.
So I was like, okay, that's good marketing.
So we get an elite athlete at the top of their game. What do they got?
I write back and I go, obviously no promises because, this is highly unorthodox.
Yes.
And I should hang up right now because I don't know if I'm breaking the rules of the show, but what have you got?
Love it.
Then he goes, listen, I can pour perfectly even glasses of wine, even if they're in different rooms, like out of a bottle of red wine, I can pour one in one room.
So
it's exactly the same level as the other. And I'm sitting there going, we've had this.
We've done this. And the guy failed.
Well, I just wanted to clarify with you 2 questions I've got here. Yeah. What was that guy's special skill? Was it going, we set him at different rooms. They've all got to be the same level.
He can walk into a different room and pour a glass of wine. Amount. And if all the wine glasses meet back up, in the middle.
And I think we gave him 5 mils, didn't we, that guy? 5 millimeters.
I think it was only a mil difference. He was pretty confident coming into it, and I think we only gave him a mil.
1 millimeter is very little, isn't it? It's almost imperceptible.
But 5's
a bit too much.
Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway.
All I remember is he immediately had failed, didn't he? I remember we stacked the first glasses together and they were just way out.
You were being kind to him. You were holding the ruler on an angle, all the
Yes, that's right.
Tried every trick in the book to try and get him across the line, but it just wasn't. It wasn't there, was it? So anyway, straight away I go,
Angus knows that it's been done?
I don't get the impression that he knows we've had this.
Well, Jack hasn't listened to his podcast. He may not have listened to ours.
And that's okay. And there's a lot of podcasts out there. People are busy. So I am like, look, then I said, look, it's got our attention.
Yeah.
Obviously take it to Ando. Then he just sends her a picture he goes, these were nowhere near each other, separate rooms. He goes, and I've had a few. And they were dead on. Okay, there's 2
I'd love
glasses.
to see someone do it, but
so then I go, we've never reopened a cold case. Is there some excitement here? And do we believe he can do it? Because as an elite athlete, he does clearly have hand-eye coordination. Like that is a skill you need to play football.
It certainly helps that he's a premiership football player, like to re-spike my interest, like to reopen one.
If anyone, that's what I think, if anyone can crack it, you have to come to the table with some sort of pedigree.
It's not very common man of me, but I am enticed by the fact that, it's almost a celebrity special.
No, I feel like that is common man of you, because if you're above the common man, you wouldn't care about celebrities. The common man loves celebrities.
That's true. A lot of people watched SAS Australia, the celebrity version, but they did not watch the civilian version as much.
As a fan of both formats, I think I prefer the regular version.
Really?
Well, the UK version, how it started without celebrities. Anyway, we digress. We're doing Australian celebrity special skills here. Yeah. Do we allow it to happen?
Yeah.
Great, because sorry, I was going to say we've got him on the line. We've got him on hold. We've got him on hold.
Oh,
he wasn't listening to that.
Okay, bring him up, Jacko.
Okay.
He can hear you now.
Angus Brayshaw, ahoy. Welcome to the Hamish and Andy podcast.
Ahoy, gentlemen. Ahoy. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. And we all love the Gus and Gorney podcast in here.
Oh, that's good to hear. I wasn't sure how it would be received, rival podcast and all. But hey, it's come on a few times.
Yeah. A rising tide lifts all boats. The more people out there listening to podcasts, Jack certainly indicated awareness of the podcast, which was a great result. Now, Gus, I feel lucky here because I've seen photographic evidence of your red wine skill. But for Andy and Jack, can you? I mean, you're going to have to give. This is like a job interview here. Can you outline the skill and the level to which your laser-like precision can operate?
It's spooky. I first of all want to apologise if I'm lacking gusto. I just missed out on winning a boat. Here's the pin.
Golf day.
Coterie Golf Day. I've missed the hole in one hole by about a foot, so it would have been Captain Brayshaw. If not for a slight gust of wind. So if I'm a bit flat, that's why.
That's okay.
Fresh off a boat loss. We understand.
It was actually weird because I was saying to Haim, you know how you guys always say ahoy, and this is my first time on your podcast, and if I've won a boat and I'm now Captain Brayshaw, literally the day I come on, how spooky would that be?
That could have been a genuine ahoy to someone standing on their freshly won fishing boat on the trailer.
Could have been anything.
So, Gussie, talk us through it. What is the skill in your mind?
The skill is laser precision, and it applies specifically in this context to pouring red wine into wine glasses of various shapes and sizes, but always to the same. If you put a spirit level across it, the spirit level bubble would be smack bang in the middle.
Across the same
two
altitude. The line, the surface of the wine is the same altitude from the the ground.
So not necessarily the same volume because different people drink out of different glasses. If that's what they're into, like you bring a personal glass round.
If someone had a wider glass, they would be under your pouring system would be entitled to more red wine.
Lots more.
They would be that's the cheat code when you come around to my place to have a bottle of wine.
I'm going to go a short-stemmed wide.
Often, Ando, I will, before getting through the door, you'll open up your case with the glass selection and often just pick a Stein. A Stein's a good one.
Yeah, not historically known for wine drinking, but it's a cheat code.
So, Angus, the reason why this was interesting for us is we've had something very similar, not exactly the same, but on the podcast, and the gentleman failed in front of his children.
Yep.
Wow.
We don't generally try and bring loved ones in to increase the shame, but that's just sort of how it happened that day.
Yes. Oh, that's devastating to him, I'm sure.
I think we'd absolutely be prepared, obviously,
First time.
In amongst heavy training to go the back-to-back premierships for the Ds, if we could find a window to set this up again, and give him a crack.
Because we'd love to say the attraction for us here is you are somebody that trains regularly with hand-eye coordination. You know, being able to pick things, just judge things with your eyes is a huge part of your actual job.
Very rarely kicks out of bounds.
Yeah, it's just a touch and feel thing for me. You know, it's play football and there's a talent there, sure, but this is the talent extends beyond that, and this is where I really come into my own.
Well,
so
this is the real you.
There's heaps of footballers. You weren't even in the top 10 of the Brownlow medal. Like you would be the Brownlow medalist in this field.
Yes, I know, and that excites me. So I'm willing to shift a few things around. And,
that's the commitment we want to have.
Where's Angus? Are you taking this season seriously? He is pouring wine to a perfect level. That counts as training. I'll allow it.
Hamish will be in touch with you because he obviously already is. But we'll organise this for future weeks.
And are we doing one glass, two glasses? Do we want to actually exploit how outrageous the talent is and have something like a yard glass next to?
No, I want him to be like, because not many people are bringing a yard glass around to the captain. So let's just keep him in his natural environment. But yes. You, Jack, and I should all bring a glass from home, so we know it's not the same thing. And in
Can I bring my own glass? Is that all right?
That's fine as well. And then, just to be clear, Gus, is it possible for us to be in 3 separate rooms and then we meet back and see it, or do you need to be there and see them all at the same time?
Well, historically, it's just been a casual pouring out wine, and everyone gets a fair sort of share. But yeah, I mean, I'm
okay. No,
as long as I'm there with one of you at the time of pouring, just so that I'm in that environment, then...
So we'll be in the same room then. Let's go this, because it's a bit slightly different. If we're in the same room but at different ends of the table...
Yeah. Table ends, that's fine.
Then we meet back in the middle.
And do you usually do it around the table? Because I imagine the moment you realise this, there would have been you've poured out a bottle of wine And before everyone goes to cheers, was it the cheers that everyone noticed they were eerily similar?
It's about the second pour, people start looking, and then a bit of momentum starts building. And then by the time I've poured my own glass, obviously you pour yourself last. That's just common courtesy. There's like an audible buzz at the table, and then everyone starts measuring, and then, sure, he's done it again, has he? And then,
we'll recreate that. We will recreate that. That's great.
From there, it snowballs, and there's too much chat to even get the wine in the mouth.
Yeah, we pour it out. We don't drink it. It's just the buzz.
Mate,
pour it back in the bottle. Do it again.
We'll see you soon. Cheers, buddy.
Love
Cheers,
it. Thanks,
boys.
Gussie.
Haim, we're about to head upstairs because Angus Brayshaw, AFL Premiership player for the Melbourne Football Club.
He's in the building.
He's in the building, and he put together a special skill where he can pour wine in 3 different types of glasses, but the wine will go up to the same level, not the same amount, but the same level across the 3 glasses when they're brought back together.
Distance from table to meniscus, the word that Mike enjoyed us using a lot last time, the top of the fluid. He's upstairs, let's go. Let's pick this up there.
Well, it goes up a level today, doesn't it?
This is professional.
A professional athlete under the pressure of a special skill on the Hamish and Andy podcast.
I got to say, right now he looks pretty good. Angus Brayshaw, welcome to the show.
Feels good too. And what's the old adage? Look good, feel good, pour good.
Pour good, yeah.
Pour good, yes.
Slosh good, slosh level.
Swirl good.
You are here for your wine skill. Now, you came to the show in a slightly unorthodox way by contacting the show personally to say, I'm not sure what the etiquette is on this, but I feel I've got something I can offer.
Sure.
But we've since reviewed that, and we're like, it's a bit lost touch of us to just let any old, celebrity contact the show and come in. But we liked it. We liked the feeling.
We loved it. The door remains open for other celebrities. Very happy to do that.
If
you're a professional sports player, if you're a professional in any field, absolutely the back door remains open.
Field.
Not any field. Not any field.
I'm a top lawyer.
You're not going to find a better roof tiler than me.
But if you are elite at something, like Beyonce, she can backdoor it.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's been a show policy for years.
Yeah, she's got an open invite.
Standing invite.
Be careful if you reach out. If you're the best at something and we're not that into it, it mightn't give you that straight access.
True. The reason I was interested, Angus, because obviously as a premiership winning AFL footballer, hand-eye coordination is a big part of your job.
Yes.
It's true. Has to be, right? So you're born with it, you train for it. Could we see something magical here in your special skill? Can you give it to us in a nutshell?
Less of a special skill. From my perspective, it's just a pour, it goes level, it gets drunk.
Wow. Okay, so like Superman
so
going,
natural.
hey, to me, I don't really see it as flying around. I just see it as getting from A to B. If you think it's impressive, sure. That's just how I move. I fly.
Yeah, so I pour it to the same level, and we've got a few different glasses there.
So 3 different wine glasses. We brought one in each. Jack was meant to be in, but he's away at the moment with kids. So Mike will be stepping in. We're going to be at opposite ends of the table. Angus is going to pour the wine, and we're going to make it very clear. It doesn't, not the wine, it's red wine. That'll be definitely red in colour.
That would be a reverse Jesus if we made it clear, turning wine into water.
I don't have that skill. That's not what I submitted.
But again, Jesus, if you're listening, we have a policy about celebrities, and you're welcome to come on the show, whether you turn water into wine or the other way around.
It's not the amount. You aren't going to pour the same amount in every wine glass.
The same level, yeah.
It's to the same level.
Yeah.
So someone might have a smaller glass will end up with less wine, but when we bring all the glasses back together, there'll be a spirit level, a ruler that we could run across all of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Henceforth, going public with this.
Yep.
It's going to be hard to pour another bottle in peace. I'm prepared for that. I've done the cost-benefit analysis.
You may never pour again.
But that is why we salute, whether you have played sport at an elite level or you are all the people that come on for the special skills. That's why we salute them.
Sure.
And we support them because you're sticking your head above the parapets, above the castle walls. And you could get an arrow through the eyes. Yeah. You could also be a hero.
Catch an arrow with your teeth and spit it
Catch an arrow with your teeth and earn a coin. and could make the king happy. So you salute the courage of all our special skills players, and you're no different. I suppose the difference here between this and playing an AFL game is that's a team sport.
Sure.
It's just you're against another team. You're only against yourself here.
Look, before we get started, because the thing came out last Thursday. The last podcast was last Thursday, and I've had a lot of backlash of sorts.
Oh, really? People
or just
thinking-
people that are speaking to me about what
puppy.
Yeah, that sort of thing. So there's a few things I wanted to get off.
You got a prepared statement.
Well, no, just because I thought of them at the time, and I was like,
You've got notes.
over the week, I was like, gee, that doesn't sit well with me. So we can just talk them out. The first one, a lot of people lost common touching with me because this is a wine-related skill. And
that's true.
Putting it out there. But I would say, let's not discount what wine has done from if you look at the path from common boyhood to common manhood.
Yep.
If you haven't had a sack of cask wine during the sack over the journey, can you really be common? So I've got this shirt here. I've been given this shirt to wear.
You were given your lost touch shirt.
That upsets me because if I've still got my first goon hanging up in my room.
Okay,
and,
let me put this to you.
That has to be common.
How often have you done this skill with a cask?
So my second point, I just wanted to bring him up just to talk about.
Yeah, understood. I mean, you demanded Grange today, so I assume.
Well, I actually spoke to Carly and said, should I get something to thank the boys for having me? And she said, Andy only drinks Grange. I was like, that's a bit too much for me. H&A currency.
Yeah,
that's a coin you've minted.
Yep.
If I do this,
you'll get yourself.
You'll get an H&A coin.
And that buys me.
Well, on the back, it is pegged to Bitcoin,
but you have to find your own.
We can't stress this enough. On the back of the coin, it says 1 H&A coin equals 1 BTC because that's our feeling.
Sure.
And if you can find that in the secondary market, good luck to you. There is no reserve bank.
Sure.
You cannot sell it back to the show for that amount. As we always say jokingly, it is equal to 1 Bitcoin.
Just ticking off in my head what the lawyers tell us, and I think we've got it all there.
Good for that.
We had one incident.
Just had an incident where someone sort of just missed the joke a little bit, and it's not. It isn't a joke. It is, but it isn't.
No, it is.
But it legally is.
Yeah. Stage is set.
Yeah.
Angus is at one end of the boardroom. Mike, you've got a glass in front of you. How you feeling, Mike?
Feeling good and thirsty.
Gosh, how often do you say that?
So you've been to a wine bar before, Mike?
I've never said that before. I just thought it fit what we were doing. Sorry, guys.
So if you go to a dinner party and you sat down and someone was like, would you like a glass of wine? Have you ever said something like that?
I don't drink wine, really.
Oh,
I'm more of a beer guy.
Well, you covered really well. Often at a cellar door, people will be like, very thirsty. Can you give me...
And good.
Yeah, your most thirst-quenching wine, please.
Take us away, Angus, in your own time.
Sure. Well, the first one has to be the easiest, right?
First one's walk in the park.
Nice and easy.
Oh, few dribbles.
That's okay.
A few dribbles before it gets in. That's okay.
Okay.
Now, this is...
That's a nice slow pour.
This one was a little bit smaller than the rest of them, so I'm just going a little bit overs. That's not a glass I'd probably pour usually, but...
Yeah, but it was a smaller glass.
And now I'm just going to relax a little bit.
Okay.
I didn't know relaxing was part of it.
So do you normally sit back and take the other glasses in for people just listening?
Mike, just so you know, this doesn't normally happen at a restaurant. The waiter has a separate table where he goes, just gets off the old pins for a while and rests the legs.
I tell you what, again, professional athlete.
They know when to rest.
But also,
recovery is a huge
sizing
part.
things up. Angus made his way to the right-hand corner.
Well, this is where the chair
room
was.
and has sat down and now is taking in his first pour.
How you feeling?
I bet he's doing a lot of calculations. Oh, mate,
I
I'm
feel like
fine.
I feel like Angus is doing like a magician when he does patter.
Yeah.
You think, I'm just having a chat. Really,
right.
he's selecting the ace of spades behind his back.
Okay. He's picked this one up this time. I thought he would definitely pour.
Well, that is really impressive.
Yeah, well...
I thought what he was potentially doing is going along, getting eye level across the table by sitting down. Oh, he's poured another one. It looks pretty good.
That is amazing.
I'm pretty happy with that.
That's amazing that you picked it up.
He's picked it up. Now he's having a look at the last one. He's down at Hamish's glass now. There was
Swirling the bottle, he's feeling the waves.
I'll be honest with you. This is it. It comes down. That feels good, that first one.
Yeah.
This has to be the most weird looking of all.
It is.
This is a glass that kind of, it's almost square, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
it goes out
square
hard
bottom.
at the bottom, flanges out.
And Angus is now some 3.2 metres away from his original pour, so it'd be very hard to tell how high that
And he
sits
has
off the
picked it up.
table.
I just want people to understand the difficulty. He's not keeping it on the table so he can get an eyeliner or anything.
Yeah.
This is all weight, all feel, pure hand-eye.
Yeah, it's just touch and feel.
Just touch and feel.
I'm in the zone, in the flow state, pun intended, because the wine's flowing. I'm about to do it.
Okay. he's going to do it. Here we go.
Here we go.
Inspects the glass. Knows his level.
Does he know the height of the stem? Hand shaking a little bit, so it's overtaking him a little bit, the pressure.
Does he have enough wine left? He does.
He does. It's a big glass.
Oh no, he's giggled. He's giggled and dribbled.
That looks pretty good as well. How are you feeling about it? Do you want to top it up or?
It is
probably just have to.
a clunky way to move to pour wine back
Topped up a little
bottle.
bit. You can place it down that end. This is exciting. Okay. Swing around, Hames.
I'll be honest with you, gents.
You feeling good about it? Let's move in Mike's class.
Oh, that one might be
onto
short.
the point.
Oh, I reckon that.
Wow.
1 centimetre over.
Wow, it's like the Three Bears. That's pretty good. 2 and 3 are pretty
The
close.
bigger
but
glasses with the.
Oh, he's missed it by a mile.
I've missed that first.
You kicked it out in the full.
that is, it's almost a different game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it close to double the amount?
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I mean, I know what I'm looking at. There's no way that's not a pass. But let's point out the.
We can go into the excuse-making phase if you
Absolutely,
want.
yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah.
yes. Well, we're now in the excuse-making phase.
Let's just look at the glass. I'd point to the glass size.
you'd never have a glass that small in your life.
You and I, Ando, are lost touch.
Yeah.
And we don't drink out of probably glasses that small.
Tiny.
That's tons of thimble, isn't it?
Yeah, so that might be against it. Look, Angus, no coin for you.
That's
We
all
will
right.
give you a token of no value.
Are they the same? They can't be the same if they're called tokens of no value.
No, we'll
No, they're
it's
not. They have no value. Absolutely no value. You can attach value to
Sure.
it at a later date, sentimental value.
but not. We won't
it doesn't-
remember it.
It doesn't come with any preloaded.
Sure.
It's like a prepaid SIM that has $0 credit on it.
Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Absolute pleasure,
It
fellas.
did look good. It did look good.
I'm happy with the big glasses. Devastating.
Ando.
look.
Oh, so I'm just too excited.
Well, it's Sensitive Mouse edition.
It is Sensitive Mouths, and we're up to this is another chapter in the Sensitive Mouth's tale. A young man joins us. If you heard the previous episode, you'd know exactly who we're talking about. Lewis, welcome. How are you, sir? Ahoy.
I'm very good. Ahoy.
Ahoy to you, buddy. You wrote, I can detect through taste alone how long milk has until it expires.
Correct.
That's a
How much
sensitive
milk, how much just straight milk are you knocking back?
Oh, 2 litres a week or so.
Yeah.
It's cut down a little bit.
We were just having conversation before off air about, some kids are just a cup of milk kind of kids. Jack was a cup of milk before bed.
Yeah, on special occasions we could have Nesquik or Milo mixed in, but usually it was
holidays.
plain milk. Yeah.
when the sugar intake was allowed to bump up a bit. And I know you're a glass of milk. You loved a glass of milk.
Yeah, but I got weaned off the glass of milk. But are you still just
I'm a milkshake container, like the big metal ones.
just a straight milk?
Yeah, just straight milk, yeah.
What's your favourite milk you've ever drunk? No, but I mean, you might have had a delicious milk, like fresh from a cow in New Zealand or something.
No.
They've been down to Tassie and had fresh milk there?
I haven't. No.
Oh, you got it.
Well, Lewis, before you sits 5 glasses.
Yeah.
Degustation.
They
really.
all contain full cream milk, which is exactly what you asked for.
Great. Fantastic.
Yeah. They are a mix of different expiry dates.
Yep.
And the job will be for you, as it sits in front of you, is to taste one and tell us how many days until it goes off.
Correct. Yeah.
Does that work for you?
When it goes teat to carton, when the milk comes out of the cow, goes in the carton, goes onto the shelf. Say it goes onto the shelf that day that was out of a cow.
Yeah.
How long does it usually have left?
I have absolutely no clue.
Really?
Yeah.
So
But for when it hits a supermarket, you would know.
Yes.
How long?
Usually like 2 weeks approximately.
Okay, so you've got it within 14 days is pretty much what. Yeah, we haven't served up any. We should say this. We're not trying to kill you. We haven't served up any that have
There's none we've had in the cupboard from last year. Nor is there any UHT milk, which is in infinity expiry date. No, these are all like fresh milks that were sort of amassed over the last kind of week or so.
We're going to give you a day either side.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So, for an example, if it's 2 days until expiry, you say 1 or 3, you get the win. But you will need 4 out of 5
And I'm
to
going
get a coin.
to add something, Ando.
Okay.
Since you've got 5 shots here, and we do have a day either side, and the guess is going to usually be in the 0 to, I don't know, 14 day range. I'd like 1 to land exact.
Okay.
Can be one, any of your pick, any of your choosing, but I would like 1 to land exact.
Lewis, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get into it.
His milk taste brings all the boys to the yard. His mouth more sensitive than yours.
Damn right, more sensitive than yours.
Is it old milk? He will make the call.
Okay, Khalees for you there, Lewis.
Amused would be the best look there from Lewis. Can I also just add to you clearly rode in on your motorbike with your girlfriend?
The girlfriend.
Is she your girlfriend? No?
Kendall?
Yep.
No.
No, just a friend. Okay.
Never met her before.
Sorry. Oh, no, Kendall. I was just working. Sorry. Yep, gotcha.
She's our spaghetti girl.
She's a spaghetti girl. Sorry, you guys came in together and I was like, you had a motorbike helmet. And I went, what a boss. He's just like motorbiked in to do some milk with a girlfriend. And if you win, you'll just like roar off on the bike. But that's how other sensitive mouth person got it now. But coming in with a motorbike helmet, I will say this, like you rode your motorbike in.
Yes.
It's a multiplier, isn't it? If you get this right and you came in on a motorbike, it's like, who was that guy?
Yeah,
But if you get it wrong, you'll be like, was that guy just riding around on a motorbike and getting milk wrong? So I hope it's a win because it's a multiplier.
Yeah.
Lewis, cup number one.
Nice big drink.
Oh, I'll say that's about mid-range.
Interesting.
Okay. Another sip.
Or yeah, I'm just going to say spot on, just 7.
It's 6. So he's
Got it. Got it.
What a player!
Okay, I like
As
this.
soon as he said mid-range, I was like, oh gosh, we do have a good sensitive mouth here.
Yeah, that's a nice
Lewis,
sensitive
how did
mouth.
that feel just getting off the mark? Just
That was great. That was great. Like, that's just classic milk for me. Yeah.
An old friend. Okay, here we
Number
go.
2.
Milk 2. I like that he has a nice big drink.
That's fresh. That's real fresh.
How is he doing this?
Okay. I'm going to say 3.
Got it exactly right.
That's he's okay. So it's another correct, and he's ticked off his hole in one.
Wow.
And
you know,
great start.
I mean, at the moment, the motorbike element is looking really good.
I know.
Can I?
I'm a bit in shock.
Is it a balance between like sweet to sour, or how does a milk change over the course?
It gets a little bit sour, progressively sour.
But surely, like, if it was in the cart too long before someone unpacked it, or if it was at the back of the shelf versus
It
the
does
front
change,
where the
yeah.
light might hit it.
Sure. To an insensitive mouth, yeah, but to a sensitive mouth, it picks it up straight away. Let's go, man. Number 3.
Lewis,
This is
number
good.
3.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh. It's not amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So how many?
He'll drink it, but he's not happy
So
about it.
when will this one go off? Do you think? How many days?
Look, it's pretty close to the 7. I'm going to say... I think I'm going to say 8, actually.
That'll go off in 0 days.
0 days. So this one's been in the sunlight then.
That's an
that
old
one
milk. Yeah, that's an old
Is
milk.
an old milk. How do you feel about that now? When you're riding high.
That's okay. We got one up our sleeve.
As in that expires today.
Yeah.
That's some good milk then.
Give me the name of that cow. That's a robust udder.
A series. We've got 2 more.
Yeah.
You need 2 from 2.
Okay, this is good. Here we go. Milk 4.
Milk number 4.
Sniffing now.
Yeah, you know.
It's hardcore stuff.
Yeah. Going into his cock. Good sip.
Oh, God. I'm not sure on this one. Well, get a bit of sour aftertaste there.
Interesting.
How many days till that one expires?
3 days left.
9 days left.
Bad milk.
I mean, I think I don't know why we're shocked. I think the thing's impossible to do. Like, it's so hard. Do we want to give him a Hail Mary if he gets it on the knocker for the last one, Ham?
Absolutely.
Lewis?
Ignore 3 and 4. Get back to where you were for 1 and 2. Go milk number 5.
Milk number 5.
Okay.
If you get it, you've got a coin.
Yep, I agree. The first 2 just have got us enough impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off you go.
You can see his eyes and his brain are going, come on, Mal.
Yeah.
Talk to me. You're sensitive. I'm here to listen to you.
How many days till that one expires? Do you think it's fresher or do you think it's on the longer end?
I'm getting... I've sounded like I combined them all in my mouth.
Yeah.
getting a bit
That's true.
harder.
Should have had a
Yeah,
palate
that's true.
cleanser.
Yeah.
Our fault.
Yeah.
Should give you a
Where's the
Diet
jasmine
Coke.
tea? I need jasmine tea.
Okay, he's going for
One last one.
Yeah, one last gulp.
Real big gulp. The thing about having a sensitive mouth is I imagine it's like anyone that's sensitive, they need the right environment to be listened to. So your brain now has to just be like, come on, mouth, tell me what you really feel.
No, it's got to be one of them. I think it's 5 days.
11 days.
So it's very fresh.
Very fresh, that one.
That's not good.
That's not good.
That's not good?
No, it's good milk, but it's not good for
No,
you.
That's drinkable. Jack will drink that.
Lewis,
Jack will take that home in Tupperware.
what a roller coaster for us.
And I actually think you do have the skill because at the start when you had a virginal mouth, when your sensitive mouth hadn't been overwhelmed, maybe your mouth's too sensitive and it got overwhelmed
That could be it.
with the early milks.
So
So
just get an average.
It's like those
average day.
pitchers in the baseball that can come out and throw it like 100,000 kilometers an hour, but they can only got 3 or 4 in them. He was a
just
closer.
once. Yeah, well, I like to think of your mouth like it's a very sensitive microphone. It's like early on when it was really delicate, it was hearing everything.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's got overwhelmed by all this milk. So there is no coin.
Yes.
But you really belong on the Sensitive Mouths episode. So there's a sense of belonging. So you still get to zoom off on your bike, knowing
exactly.
that you were in the right spot today. And it's time for another special skill. Now, we have just selected this guy because we thought, look, let's give it a whirl. I brought it to you. And I said, look, it fell on my side of the fence. His name's Michael. He says, I can turn a phrase into a death metal song, brackets, with varying pitch. So,
Wow.
Ups and downs.
Ups and downs.
Can give us a song.
I couldn't quite picture it in my head as to what it's going to sound like, so we thought we'd just give it a go.
I thought we'd give it a go. And look, I think it's in the realm of, there's obviously a particular voice you do for like when you're singing death metal.
Yeah, just a lot of low.
Yeah.
So I don't think.
With all due respect to death metal singers, I know it's tricky. I probably wouldn't be up the front. I'd be up the back, triple pedaling on the drums.
On the drums.
I think it is tough. It's not like, there's metal, then there's like death metal. Like death metal's, this is hard stuff.
Yeah.
So our job would be to give him phrases.
Yes.
And then to see how he goes from there.
Okay. Let's bring him up. Michael joins us right now. Ahoy to you, Michael.
Ahoy, boys.
Michael.
Ahoy, Mike. Very excited.
Interesting skill you've suggested, turning any phrase into a death metal song. Obviously, you're a death metal fan, are you?
Yep, have been for many a year.
What's your favourite death metal band?
I am a bit partial to Slipknot.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Partial.
The French. Have you ever seen them without the mask? I haven't thought about Slipknot for quite some time, but do they ever show themselves without the masks? Are there rumours that it's like different people under there, or where are they at?
Well, the lead singer, Corey Taylor, is usually out of mask when he does his single work and everything like that.
Right.
So we know who he is.
I feel like they live in it.
But how do you know he is the lead singer of Slipknot?
Wikipedia.
Yes, but you haven't seen him without the mask.
But is he unmasked?
People who don't know, Slipknot are a band that
they
wear
always
masks.
perform in masks. But didn't you just say, sorry, Mike, did you say that he's unmasked when he's out the front, or he is masked?
No, when they perform as a band, always in mask.
Yeah, but when he's solo work him.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought he was singing a solo in the song.
Who sings a solo in a band? It's not a choir.
He just sings the guitar parts out loud.
Yeah, I thought there might be a few of them. He's like taking his mask off so he can free the pipes.
Okay, well, so I suppose Pussycat Dolls occasionally, Nicole Scherzinger was doing the bulk of the work, but someone else might get a solo at some point.
Yeah, look at One Direction, they have solos.
That's right, but not when you're the only singer in the band. Michael, we are going to put a phrase to you. You said you wanted 30 seconds to a minute to think of the song. So I guess we'll just play some music or something, Ham, and talk amongst ourselves. Mm-hmm. And then we'll come back and hear it. Ham, or should we do one phrase each, guys? And out of the...
Yeah, can we just give you like a sentence? Or when you say phrase, like, does it need to rhyme? Do you just want like something we would use in normal conversation?
Honestly, any 5 or more words, I should be right to go.
Great. Okay.
All right, Michael, let's jump into this.
Let's get lyrical. lyrical, heavy metal lyrical. Mike can get lyrical if it sounds like this song. He's got it wrong. This sound is very wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. So if it sounds like that jingle,
that's not what you're going for.
That's not death metal, no.
We obviously
I hope not.
Nah. But a lovely nod to the late, great Olivia Newton-John.
Yes.
Beautiful touch. Okay. Do you want me to start? I'll just start with why don't I just start with a regular sentence?
Yeah, go for it.
What about, my favourite chocolate is Toblerone. My mouth can handle the spikes.
Mike, we'll put you on hold. So
how long do you need, Mike?
Listening to us. He needs 30 seconds to a minute. We're going to come back in 45 seconds.
Yep.
And Mike is going for that now. Jack,
was done correctly. This will be a great song because it is a pretty hardcore thing to sing about. We're learning if you can handle the spikes of Toblerone.
Beck had a Toblerone the other day. I told you that she's a big fan of them, and I said, "Sling me a triangle because I hear that it's high risk to put one of those in your mouth."
Guys, it's not swallowing swords.
It didn't really attack my mouth as much as it does for Jack.
No, it won't, and it won't every time. But there is a risk. It's
not every time.
No. But like, if you're doing a whole bar, eventually it's going to get you.
That's not their slogan. Don't worry. You're doing a whole bar? Eventually.
We'll get you. It's like Russian roulette. With
yeah.
That's pretty exciting. They should lean into it. Okay, so that's about a minute. Michael, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, go for it, bud.
With the Toblerone, that's the best. You can eat it anytime. The spikes, and that's a real
Yeah, we got it.
I like to think there might have been a hot second. There might have been a hot second here where Toblerone executives, in that 45 seconds, maybe someone from the company is listening, and they were like, you know what? If this is good, let's.
I think it'd be a very select audience.
Yeah.
If this is good, let's get it out there and let it grow organically. Is it something on TikTok or whatever? Yeah. I'm not anymore holding my breath for the Toblerone Mike crossover. No. Although I would love to see Toblerone become like the heavy metal, the death metal chocolate of choice.
The death metal chocolate of choice would be nice.
At Slipknot concerts.
Yes.
Of Toblerone.
Yeah.
Like the fellas chucking out Toblerones from the stage because it's a pretty hardcore chocolate because of the spikes.
Michael, well done. I don't want to hear another one. No.
I think well done, though, is a good thing to say.
Yeah, well done's nice, but I kind of feel like anyone has a shot at doing what you just did.
Yeah, it's a good skill. You've definitely got a good skill. It's not.
It's.
Well, you said what you were going to do. I don't think we can. We can't hold him against that. He didn't say I'm going to make a beautiful song. If you said I'm going to make a wonderful ballad and then done that, we would have.
No. You did exactly what you said you were going to do.
Said what you were going to do.
I don't know what I was expecting.
No.
But it was more than that. With all due respect to you, Michael. Well,
I think we bear 50. I think we bear 50% of the blame here.
Absolutely, because I didn't know what was I.
What were we expecting?
Yeah. So, Michael, you come on. You've done exactly as you said that you could do, but I'm just not that impressed by it. I suppose that's where it sits and.
Probably a taste thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to say like Toblerone, but that's not a taste thing. That's a feel thing.
Yeah.
So like Toblerone, it's a personal feel.
Michael, are you okay with that feedback?
Look, I know it's not for everyone. You've got to have better taste than that, obviously.
No, but again, not a slide on what you well done, executed what you said you're going to do.
Absolutely the last thing we want to do. But so I don't want a feud to open up between the Hamish and Andy podcast and the death metal community.
No, we love all types of metal.
If you want to do a personal one between Andy Lee, the person, and the death metal community, sure. Sure. I just don't want it to be a company thing. I don't want it to be a whole team thing.
We will send you a token of no value, though.
We certainly will. We certainly will. And you know what? Do you like Toblerones?
I actually don't, so that was a hard one for me to do.
Well, I don't have any to send. I was going to buy one out of my own money, but not anymore.
Michael, just quickly, why don't you like them? A bit scared of them? How sharp they can
honestly,
be?
It's those spikes. They get me every time.
Yeah. It's becoming a common theme. Mike, thanks very much.
It's meant to represent the Matterhorn. Okay.
No worries, boys.
See you, buddy.
Thanks, mate.
Haim, you can come to us, Hamish&Andy.com, if you've got a special skill that you think you're better at than anywhere in the world, and we'll test you on it, and you can have the glory of winning an H&A coin, the most coveted coin of all coins in the world. Zoe did exactly that. She wrote to us and said that she can identify Aldi-based products alongside any of the supermarket products.
Yep, any from the majors.
Because that's what, if people don't know what Aldi is, a supermarket that prides themselves on making very close replicas of major brands.
I think that is their slogan, you'll barely be able to tell.
That's what it should be.
Yeah.
We had this set up. She came in today.
Yeah.
Let's jump into it.
What's the brand? What's the brand? Can Zoe tell if it's Aldi brand? Or is it from the majors?
This is so exciting. Zoe joins us. Ahoy to you.
Ahoy, boys.
This is huge, though. We've got in front of us 5 pairs of very similar looking foods.
They all look surprisingly the same.
Zoe's special skill.
I think Aldi knows that.
She can identify one of the majors.
One of the majors, yeah.
Or the Aldi copy of that food.
Right.
They do great copies.
They do.
Even down to the packaging.
Yeah.
What?
Pretty sneaky.
Now, to the average human, you could go to a party, you could go to a nice lunch at Auntie Jan's, and you might not know you're being fed an Aldi substitute.
That's true.
To the experts like yourself, what gives it away?
It just tastes like Aldi. There's just something about it. I don't know. I remember when I was younger, we never used to have an Aldi, and then an Aldi popped up in the town that I'm from, and my mum was going crazy buying it. And I remember eating dinner one night. We had a pie or something afterwards, and I was like, this tastes like Aldi.
Yeah.
Don't be ridiculous. You can't tell. And I went to the pantry, and sure enough, it was
Sure
Aldi.
enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were alive for the switch from the majors to Aldi. Yeah, we all
That's
were.
why I was like accustomed to it. I was probably like mid-teens.
younger kids wouldn't know.
True.
Wouldn't
They have
remember
no
a
idea.
time pre-Aldi,
Yeah.
but we do.
Yeah.
We do.
Zoe, across the whole range, that was the part for me that I'm like, Bill, this is impressive because there's a lot of different things. It's a whole
There is.
supermarket worth.
Well, yeah.
So have a look in front of you. We've got Maggi chicken noodles versus the Simply chicken instant noodles.
Sure.
Arnott's mint sliced biscuits, people know those, against the Belmont chocolate mint cremes.
Yep.
Eclipse mints versus the Blintz mints.
Yeah.
Yep.
They've even got their own pill press.
Doritos mild salsa, El Toro medium salsa dip. And then finally, fantastic sea salt and balsamic vinegar delights. Demora crinkle cut sea salt and balsamic vinegar.
The last is a rice chip.
Should we go 4 out of 5, Ham?
4 out of 5 is a coin. 5 out of 5 is a coin with honours.
What's an honours?
Just huge
Just
honour.
knowing that it has honours.
We'll nod.
With honours.
Where do you want to start? We thought we'd give it up to you because obviously there's mints.
Because I'd
involved.
end with the mint.
Yeah.
I'd actually end with the choc mint, then I'd end with the Eclipse.
That's a good strategy. I might go savoury.
So and then obviously take heat into account.
Yeah, we
because
might go the noodles first.
Okay.
Some of the
Should we
noodles,
go
they
on?
look yummy, and depending on how much I see you lick the fork or fiddle around with it, I will have a go at those after you finish. Here we go.
Good luck. Let's get into the
start
noodle.
with the noodles.
Obviously,
Which is
traditional
Maggi.
Maggi chicken noodles or
Simply.
the Simply chicken noodles.
Okay. I've never actually tried the noodles before, so this will be interesting.
Tough.
Okay, well, this really could just be, does she just have
You've
the
had noodles
ability to
before.
taste the Aldiness of something?
What's your gut on that?
Hard to tell.
Okay.
Okay.
Bowl comes in. This is the
A taste of
comparison
bowl
bowl.
number 2.
She contemplates.
My gut feeling is the first one's Aldi.
Okay. Andy, it is written underneath.
It's Maggi.
Okay.
Got me with the veggies. I thought Aldi might have
go with
skimped
your
a bit
gut,
on the
go with your
veggies.
tongue.
Yeah, you were thinking with your head, and you actually meant to
was.
think with the lower part of
taste.
your head, the taste.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
Forgot that mind
don't
detail.
try and outfox the marketing,
Okay.
but you did say you never had that.
I have never had
The
either.
noodles?
Yeah, no.
Honours
Have you
is
had-
now out of reach.
Yeah, can't have honours.
That's fine.
We will not be doffing our head to you or bowing our head at any
But you can
point.
still get the coin with respect.
Yes, yes.
Salsa next.
Salsa.
Are you sure? You don't have to.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to switch it up. I'm going to go
Clever.
the mint. because I feel confident with this one.
Yep. And you would just want one on the
And
board.
I don't want to be the Simpsons guy. So if I can get one out of the way, nerves will be gone.
Exactly.
Smart
Then
play.
I'm good.
Smart play.
So this is the Arnott's Mint Slice Biscuit.
One of the more elite, if not the most elite biscuit.
It's gone in. One of them's gone in.
Instantly goes Aldi to me, but I'll still compare.
Yep.
Okay.
But why would you rob yourself of the chance to taste a mint slice?
Yeah. Versus the Belmont Chocolate Mint Creme.
First one, that one's definitely Aldi.
Yep, picked it.
She's right. She's got it.
She knows what she's doing. Okay,
What a
she's
player.
back on
Not the
form.
Simpsons guy. I'm happy.
She's back on form. She is back on form. Where do we go to next?
Send
Chips?
them there.
Chips are nice.
Yeah, I might go these ones.
Yep, the last chip. So this is tough. This is a fantastic sea salt and balsamic vinegar delight,
Yes.
or the Demora crinkle cut sea salt and balsamic vinegar. Both have salt from the sea. Both have vinegar of the balsamic.
Okay.
You missed your mouth there for a second. Now, is that nerves?
I think so.
Sorry, I'll let you.
Okay. Zoe contemplates.
Okay.
She now goes to the other bowl and places the rice cracker in.
I'm getting Aldi vibes from this one.
She's got it.
Aldi.
She's got it. She has
And
got
that
it.
was really impressive because I assume, is this a food, this sort of a hard-pressed puff rice chip you eat much?
No. Oh, I've only ever had that flavour like once or twice. My friend loves them.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
I don't think it required you testing.
Verified.
Gotta try it out. Make sure it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, where do you go from here?
Well, I feel like ending on the mint makes sense.
Yeah.
And I've got to get the next two regardless. So
she
Never
moves
had
on to
salsa.
salsa
Oh, who has?
you know, with a spoon without a
cracker.
without something. But that's
Yeah.
all right. We'll give it a go.
A teaspoon of the first type of salsa goes into
Do you want
Zoe's
the
mouth.
chips? Do you want the chips to dip
No,
this?
no.
No. Oh,
The second spoonful goes in.
I mean, this is tough to tell.
This one's tough.
Like you think of even when if buying your food from one of the majors, you've got Coles brand salsa versus a Doritos salsa. Would you be able to tell? It'd be very difficult.
I'm going to go with that Aldi.
Really?
Okay,
Now, before we look, I feel like when it's in the bowl, the one you haven't picked separated more. And I was
You're right.
I'm using logic here, which we encourage you not to do. But I'm thinking, is that separated more because it's cheaper, or is it separated more because it's a
This
Doritos
one's
thing?
Also quite bigger chunks. And Aldi, a bit cheaper, might have less
But you went
ability
with
to
your vibe.
break it up.
Less
You went-
chopping, less money spent on chopping.
Possibly.
Yeah, they don't have to pay their choppers as long hours.
Possibly. Yeah.
Okay. Is
That one's
this
tricky. I'm not sure.
Aldi, yes? That was your guess
Yeah,
was?
that was my guess.
Altora Aldi.
Oh my God.
I must admit, I thought she had stuffed it. I thought we're out
I'm
of
glad I
here.
didn't go with your gut feeling.
I
Oh
was
my
looking at them
God.
both going, this one clearly looks like the premium one.
Something
Yeah.
about it though.
That's exactly why you go with your gut.
Yeah.
Always told you to do.
And you're spot on. They
There was
probably
just
have.
something
They
about
probably
it.
can only afford a half the chopping time.
Yeah.
Which brings us down
Huge nod.
To the mint.
to 2 bowls of mince, and it's mint with a T. There's not just mince meat sitting in front of it.
Now, this chicken mince has only been out for an hour. Please enjoy. No, you got 2.
Okay.
So the flavour here, peppermint.
Eclipse mince versus the Blitz mince.
Blitz mints.
It's funny
One
because
of
I
them-
eat Eclipse all the time in the car. And in my head, I was
Can
like,
you tell?
if you're a fan, you'd know. You see them in the bowl, you second guess.
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
One of them's sky blue, one of them's light blue, it seems to me.
That's it. This is you will deserve this coin.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
The final. What's the Eclipse? What's the Aldi version?
Zoe's put 1 mint in her mouth. It's a tough thing to eat quickly, so
Does
take
she
your
suck?
time.
Does she chew?
Yeah.
Does
For
she
time's sake,
roll?
I'll chew.
She's chewed.
I'm getting Aldi vibes.
Wow.
But I'm not making the call yet.
Straight in with another one. Didn't bother clearing the pellet. Hamish is eating another.
Aldi.
She's straight away on Aldi.
Well,
This is for
let's
a coin. Ham, you've got your mouth full. Not
thought you'd take longer.
many. I mean,
I think she's wrong, but that's what I thought last time.
really. Aldi Blitz. She's got it! Unbelievable!
Thanks,
Something
guys.
else, young
I
lady.
thought
Thank
she was
you.
wrong as well.
Yeah, there's something about it.
Like, that's not an Eclipse. It's too pale. That's got the deeper blue of the real Eclipse.
I almost didn't need to test the second one with that. I was pretty sure.
Really? And what is it
when
about?
a coin's at stake.
What is it about it? You just has an Aldiness.
Like Aldi. There's just something about it. When you grew up on non-Aldi and then your mum introduced Aldi at 13, 14 years old.
You know.
Is there some way we could turn this into a positive and you work for Aldi? Because they want it to taste like Aldi.
Do they?
I mean, there's probably
Aldi to them is they'd be proud of their brand.
Yeah.
I know, but don't they wouldn't they want
it to taste the same as the normal brand? So this probably isn't a good promo.
Maybe that's as close as they can legally get it.
Maybe.
Well done. Well done. So
you got a coin, not with honour, but with respect.
And hey, would you like to try a chip? Or?
I couldn't hand him at work. No, you're doing a mouth-based job. Thank you. I might take one home. Very generous.